I am blown away by all these different partnerships. I thought maybe just before we get Bridget on, maybe I just clarify, because some people were asking me just after Dot and Miriam were on, talking about the Red Cross. And that is, of course, because in Sweden there are, I think it's about nearly half the chapters that are, no? A third of the chapters in Sweden are actually run in collaboration with Red Cross. So they kind of host the Cycling Without AIDS chapter. And Alf has promised also a little later on to take just a few minutes to talk about that partnership with the Red Cross in Sweden, which I think is also something that could be done in other countries as well, not just the Red Cross, but other types of service clubs and organizations as well. The next speaker is you, Bridget. Bridget Hamilton from Hurst and Essex in the south of England. And we met for the first time, I think, back in 2017, perhaps, when we did a... Yes, exactly. And then after that, there was Pernilla and I did a tour down through England with the Trishaw, and met some amazing people all over England, all the way up from Newcastle and down to Hurst and Essex. I think you were the raisin at the end of the sausage. So yes, I'm delighted to welcome you, Bridget, and let us hear what you have to say.
So this is on?
I think it's on, yeah.
Okay. Oh, it is on. Good. First of all, I'd just like to say, I saw the speakers' photographs yesterday, so realised you were expecting somebody blonde. That was an old photograph. This is the eco-friendly version. So I'm just going to whiz through a little, well, it's mainly photographs. We're a small chapter, so I hope just some of the things that I'm saying at least might be relevant if you're operating in a village or a small town. So let's see if this works. So right, okay. So a little bit about who we are, just so for context. So we're based in Sussex, in 2 villages. We're about 9 miles north of Brighton. So we've got 2 Trishaws. And I suppose the thing to say about the Trishaws is they're both very much funded by local community organisations. So that kind of sort of set the scene, because without the support of people like the local community charity shop or the parish councils, or I think it was not the Lions and the Round Table, we wouldn't have even started. So I suppose that sort of set the scene in terms of sort of collaborations with local charities and looking at ways that working together we could enhance what we both do. The other reason that we're much more involved in sort of local community and charity is that we don't actually have any care homes, or we've got 1. We did have 2, but then that was only small and it wasn't run very well and they got closed down, so we just have 1 now. So we had to look at other ways of attracting passengers. So we do obviously do some doorstep pickups. I think I might have some photographs. So people do obviously get in touch. I think actually a couple of these people were visiting us from Australia, so they decided they wanted to go out for a ride. And I think that was around the Jubilee time, so we gave them some flags as well to wave. So we do those sort of things. Oops, that's working. And this is my lovely neighbour. I think I was trying a bit of a blind date here, because the lady Diana, she's my lovely neighbour, and she's 92, and Tony is wonderful and has supported us since the beginning, and he's like, I think 94 or 95. And I thought, oh, I'm sure they must sort of know each other. So I arranged for them to have a ride together. And I said, oh, Diana, I hope you don't mind that Tony's going to come for a ride with you. I said, I think you know him. He goes to church sometimes. And she's like, oh, no, that's fine, that's fine. And I said, he's really into cricket, just like you. So they were fine. And they did talk quite a lot about cricket. But I'm hoping to take them out again, because you never know. They're favourites. Right, so anyway, in terms of sort of local charities and groups that we get involved in, we do link up with groups like Age Concern that obviously have activities for older people. And the same with Oaks and Acorns. It's sort of a group, and they have a minibus, and they go around the local community. They pick people up, they take them to their activity centre. So we do things with them. No Dementia is a local charity for people and their carers who are suffering with dementia. And again, we've taken them out for rides. We sort of got involved with social prescribers, which I think some of you do a lot more with. So that's our local healthcare centres. We'd like to do more. It's a little bit limited, but maybe it's just something that will grow over time. I mean, if they ask us, we will always turn up to a coffee morning and see who would like to go out for a ride. So it's doing that sort of thing. The Repair Cafe is a new thing that we've done. The Repair Cafe, again, like us, is like a global movement. So do you have local repair cafes? Yes? Yes? Who's got repair cafes? Yeah. Okay, good. Well, the thing is, I volunteer with a repair cafe. I can't mend anything. I'm totally impractical. But I'm very good at saying, oh, hello, what have you got? Oh, a toaster's broken. Right, come in, we'll get it fixed. But a lot of the people that come in are, older people. So I thought, oh, well, let's link up our Trishaws and see if we can encourage people to bring things to the repair cafe. And then it's great because they can have a coffee there because it's in an age concern, so it's a cheap cup of coffee. At the same time, outside, we have the repair cafe the same day as the local market. So there's a local market. And on the same day as well, behind the age concern, there is the community garden, and they have like open facilities that day. So there's a real sense of community, and I thought, oh, this will be really good that we're then part of it. So it has worked quite well in that people will come to the cafe, they'll come to the repair cafe, and then they'll say, oh, yeah, no, I'd quite like a ride. And then it's much more of a day out kind of thing, that they get to do lots of different things. But obviously, if we can help reduce the amount of stuff that's going to landfill as well at the same time, it's very much a win-win. So it's how we can work with people like repair cafes and encourage more people to use them, but also to more people to have fun when they're coming along to those things. So that's quite a nice one that we're doing. So I can't really see this. Oh yeah, this was the social prescribers. So that was actually quite a good day. We took quite a lot of people out that day, and they all had fun. This is the actual market. So this is it's once a month, the market. But I think it's just really nice to be involved in something that is so community focused. So if you do have local markets or repair cafes, maybe there are ways that you can get involved with them. Okay, and these are lots of other things that we do. Again, do you have open gardens? Is that something? Yeah. Well, at the beginning, we would say, oh, can we come? We can bring our Trishaw. And now they're going, oh, can you bring your Trishaw? So it's kind of nice that we're very much part of the community now. And again, that helps in terms of people who might have thought, oh, I'm not going to manage to walk to that garden. It's too far away. We can take them in the Trishaw. So again, it's improving accessibility and inclusion and all these things that are so important. The Jumble Trail, again, this is a sort of sustainability project. Is this something? It's basically like, what do you call it, a garage sale. And people sign up and say, yes, I'd like to have a little stall outside my house to get rid of all the crap in my house, if I can. And then they're marked up on a map and there's a trail. But it's brilliant for Trishaws because you literally drive straight up to the stall and, your passenger can sort of say yes, no, and there's a lot of communication because obviously the stall holders are wanting to talk to people, and that's worked really well. So the first year when we went, we got a lot of jigsaws. And the second year we went, the person that we were taking, she very specifically wanted some grey pottery. And I was thinking, oh my goodness. But anyway, we did eventually find some, so that was kind of nice. And another passenger, he came home with a rubber dinghy. So they're good events, they're useful. But if you don't have one in your community, it's worth a go of getting that organised, because again, it's another way of getting things reused rather than thrown away. Village parades, I think I'm going to come on to, but we do a lot of those sorts of things. Let me just whiz through, because I've probably got, oh yeah, so this is a light up hassocks. Yeah, we've had an upgrade. We now take Santa Claus. So I think this is going to be an ongoing gig for us, and we will have to dress up as elves. So, yeah, that's not the best look, perhaps. Oh, yeah, this is the Jumble Trail. So, as you see, it's really easy to get people to it. Oh, this is the lovely Lena. So, Lena came and lived in our village. She's from Ukraine. And we took part in a 20 is plenty to slow down traffic, because we don't have any cycle paths. So it's all about trying to make cycling safer by reducing the speed limit. And she is a lovely, lovely, lovely person. And she had a bell that she rang the whole way around. So yeah. So again, that was an involvement with a sustainability group to try and, make active travel much more possible for more people, particularly the children going from one village to another, which I know for most of you will sound crazy, because it's like that's just a way of life, but unfortunately it's not in the UK. Oh yeah, this is one of our parades. This is us doing a Mary Poppins. And this is really lovely, because until we sort of came along, the parade, this is a fair that's been going over 700 years, so it's very well established. But it's mainly kids that dress up and go in the parade. But now we're making sure that older people are visible and involved. And it's lovely that, people will be standing on the street and they'll see people that they kind of recognize, their older friends. And again, that's all a part of being involved and inclusive and showing that, it doesn't matter how old you are, you can still be part of things. So yes, and this is the lovely Frank and Sonia. They retired recently from amateur dramatics, but they gave an amazing performance this day. And so they came up with this theme, because the theme for the fair was retro. So I said, oh, what do you think we should do? So they said, oh, let's go with just mods and rockers, because they have this incredible dressing up box. So Frank then, I think he was about 92, and Sonia was probably about 87. And yeah, they were just incredible. So he went in character as a rocker the whole way round, so that was an hour. And then this was last year, and we went as royal revelers. So again, Frank sort of played this drunken character the whole way round. And this, if it works, is a little bit of him in action. I thought I'd share it for fun. I don't know if you get the music. I don't know if you'll see him. I hope you do. So yeah, so that was it.
Thank you so much, Bridget. I think we're relaxed today, but we're not that relaxed. So we're a little bit behind schedule, but it's important for us to get up and stretch out. So I think rather than having a Q&A session, you can have the live Q&A session and surround our wonderful speakers while you stretch your legs, get another cup of coffee, and do grab some bread or whatever, because we've got plenty of it. So be back here in 5 minutes, please.